Welcome, everybody. Thanks a lot, Daria, for joining and taking the time out of your super busy schedule. Daria is today in Kazakhstan at a massive event in the space tech realm, where she has a number of public speaking appearances, and she's taking time out of her public schedule for us today. So thanks a lot for that. So my name is Alan. I'm a partner with Antler, and we do this format once a month, where every first Wednesday of the month I have a quick rapid fire discussion with one of the founders that we've been privileged enough to be working with, and where we go a little bit into what they're building, how they're building, and what their experience is. The format is very quick, 12 minutes. We'll start with a quick intro from Daria about herself and about the amazing Airmo that they're building. We'll then have, following that, a number of rapid fire questions from my side. And at the end, we will open it up to questions from the audience. For people in the audience, please use the Q&A functionality to submit any questions. Feel free to already start submitting your questions as we're talking. And then we will be picking those up at the end. I think with that, let's go. Daria, thank you so much for joining. Great to have you. Tell us a little bit about kind of who you are and what is Airmo and what you're building.
Yeah, very happy to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. My name is Daria. I'm CEO and co-founder of Airmo. By my background, I'm an aerospace engineer. I worked in space domain for around 8 years. In my past occupation, I was building satellites, and 2 years of my past occupation, I was managing the team and the CTO role in a small satellite manufacturing company. At Airmo, we are building the emissions monitoring service to monitor methane in CO2, leveraging the power of space technology and micro LiDAR and shortwave infrared spectrometry applied to the small satellites in particular, to track methane, CO2 with high precision globally and near real time. We're supporting, as a first customer segment, oil and gas companies to transition to a green future faster, but our service applications in finance, insurance, agroforestry domains.
It is indeed every time amazing when I talk to you and the team, because this is indeed one of the harder problems to solve. But you're not doing this on your own. So tell us a little bit of kind of who's the team behind Airmo, and how did all of that come together?
Yeah, at the moment, actually, we're already 16 team members with 3 core team founders. Yeah, our team is a brilliant team. It consists of scientists, engineers, software developers that bring together all the expertise in optics, data processing, satellite engineering. The way we formed the team, part of the core team met in the conference. So we met during work time, while the second part of our team came together after completing Antler program through introduction via in one of the angel investors. Yeah, and right now we grew quite significantly. We are surrounding ourselves with supporters from key institutes and key technology sectors and key application sectors, and we have a very strong team of investors together with us.
That indeed you have. But I mean, how did you come up with the idea? I mean, it's you incorporated the company less than a year ago, but you've been working on this for longer than that, right? And it's not an easy and not a trivial idea. How did all of that come about? Where did the idea come from? And when did you decide, okay, this is the one, and this is what I'm going to dedicate my next 10 years plus of my life to?
Right. Indeed, the idea came several years ago with a request from the very promising at the moment now quite successful climate tech company to deliver a very particular data set about methane emissions. The request was supported by the fact that publicly available satellite data was not good enough in terms of quality and in quantity to deliver the service the company was building. So that in that way, the idea to build our own data was the first very first idea we had. Why not to launch our own satellites to deliver the data sets we need? At that moment, we started researching a little bit and figured out why this is not that easy, and parked it on the idea level. The other time I met on one of the conferences, I met my partners that were building the instrument, and it all came together. And then during Antler program, we were searching for someone to support our commercial side of things. And in the end, technology and market parts came together with the Airmo that we indeed founded last year.
Awesome. And kind of, you're probably sick of the bad pun, but you've really been on a rocket ride ever since, and grown crazy fast, and so much has happened. But what's been the proudest moment in the company so far?
I hope it will be tomorrow, but we're flying our first pilot test campaign of our payloads. It's both technology verification and market verification, so super excited about that. But what happened before that is reception of the big contract from European Space Agency. That was very life-changing moment. First of all, the support and trust from the agency is something that gives us a lot of confidence and credibility, and helps us a lot to put our first mission into space. We know that we have sufficient time and resources to build technology really carefully to deliver the end product to the customer. So the moment when we received the email from the space agency that we got accepted to the program and we're receiving our contract, was the brightest.
Yeah, and I mean that indeed came with also quite a bit of financial support that really enables you to do a lot of what you're doing. And I mean, given that you incorporated less than a year ago, the fact that I woke up this morning with a WhatsApp message with a photo of a plane in a hangar getting ready for the big day tomorrow, I'm super excited with you. Totally. And kind of I mean, we've been working together for a little over a year and a half now. In working with Antler, what's been your most valuable moment so far?
Right. So both the program I found very valuable. As an engineer by identity, I had quite limited understanding on how fundraising works, how to convert the requirements into value proposition. So for me, as a person with engineering background, that was very eye-opening, let's call it. But after we were accepted and we passed through the program further, support from the team was really invaluable. I was very happy that any question, any concern I had, I could quickly text and got my reply or advice quite quickly. So summarizing the quite a lot of learning I received and a lot of support from the team.
Yeah, and looking forward to many great years together to come. We have in the audience quite a few people who are either thinking about starting the next company with Antler or who are actually currently in our residency working with Antler. What advice would you give to founders who are thinking about joining Antler?
Quite many things I can share. First, to be open to new ideas, crazy ideas, interdisciplinary things. Try to maximize the diversity, teaming up with people of a different mindset, different outlook on the world, on the management, on developing. So this really brings new perspectives, and that's the source where new ideas come from. So push for challenges and really work on sticking together and working together.
Makes a ton of sense. With that, let's open it up for the final 3 minutes to some Q&A from the audience. First question that we have here is around the more technological challenges that you are facing, and kind of how are you addressing them, and yeah, how are you addressing them?
Very good question. We indeed have quite some of them. Especially, like, our tech team is fascinated by the complexity of something we're building. Luckily, we have several senior engineers that have been working in the industry for decades. The combination of young, crazy, very fast engineers and experience that comes with really senior members, I believe, is something that really pushes us forward. Plus, we surround ourselves with supporters from different sectors, different fields that we can go to in case of questions or concerns, that can advise us on atmospheric science, optical design, satellite design levels. Plus, somewhere our European Space Agency project is really waterfall type, and we de-risked the length of this waterfall by parallelizing it with rapid prototyping. So the instrument that will be flying tomorrow has been built from commercial off-the-shelf components. Yeah, every time I'm saying that, I have my heart like jumping. Right, so from we built it quite fast from commercial off-the-shelf components to learn and to de-risk major and the most problematic parts. Yeah.
Next question here is, you've already started talking about it a bit, but kind of what's the state of the business? Where do you stand?
We're actively, on one side, we're in active stage of technology development. We are building the main instrument, building the data processing part. In parallel, we are surrounding ourselves with partners, subcontractors for the flight version. We are procuring the satellite. We're in contact with SpaceX to get the launch spot. On the other side, even though our product will be in space, like our satellite will be in space quite later, it's 2025, and we'll be able to deliver the service also from their own. We're actively engaging with customers from our target market, verifying the value proposition, verifying the pricing, and getting the community of future customers around us. Yeah, actively working on both sides.
And maybe and final question, maybe around more goes more to your motivation of building. Why did you choose to build something so freaking hard? I mean, you've been incredible in the fact that you've gotten north of 5 million in kind of financing together in the less than a year that the company existed, that kind of enables you to do something that is this hard. But why did you decide to go into that and choose to build something that hard to start with?
Yeah, very good question. Yeah, I've spent pretty much all my adult life, all my professional life in doing something similar. So I didn't have the choice, and yeah, I didn't know what else to do. And I'm a complete space nerd also, so there's nothing else I can do.
And you're doing it extremely well. Thank you so much, Daria. Thanks a lot for dialing in. Good luck in your further endeavors in Kazakhstan, and especially for tomorrow. I'm expecting WhatsApp updates on the progress of the flight. Yeah, looking forward to speaking very soon. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.